Lynn Obligado. She's done so well out west here, twice winning on the West Coast World Cup League Silver Whip Award. One of the best out west. This is an 8-year young stallion acquired in January, and it's been riding quite well with Lynn.
And all eyes are going to be on Lynn in action as they start first to go here in our Grand Prix. First jump and Oxer up by the big crowd up there, Paul, on the hill. And a very colorful second jump. It's a plank with vertical planks. And you'll see a lot of tight turns in the course today.
There are 2 tiers on this course in this show ring. The upper tier where they are now over the 3rd fence. And then they'll come down the hill in a moment and start on the lower level.
And Lynn in action just went beautifully down the hill to the Audi combination, the first combination on course. She did it in a forward 5 strides and then a nice easy 1. Here are the Budweiser fan jumps that are so difficult. They're like bookends, like you said, Paul, earlier. One of them is wider on one side and the other wider on the other. It's a bending 6 strides. We did a little feature on that up close.
She is clear so far. Is Lynn Obligado.
Right turn back to fence 8. A pretty easy looking vertical actually there at 8. Back around to the left. And this is a tall vertical.
Rubbed,
1,
stayed
2,
up.
3 strides there. And
first rail down.
Easy rail down. And action took a big pull down. He's a stallion with a big strong head and neck. And he pulled Lynn right down over, going around to 10, which is a Liverpool. And here 12 is not judged as a water jump, but it is 9 feet of water. And that huge number 13, and Jess with the 4 faults.
Rubbed a couple of times, just 1 rail down. A fine showing for Lynn Obligado and action as our action has begun in this $50,000 Budweiser Grand Prix of Denver.
And he finished the first round with a quarter time fault.
In the ring now, this is Leslie Steele. She's on her Dutch warm blood stallion, FIGARO, and a large number of stallions in this field.
10 stallions in the field today. This is one of certainly the most beautiful stallions in that 10-horse stallion field of the 30 that are going to contest.
Steele in the challenge that time. She's on a Dutch stallion, FIGARO.
Again, this is a horse that is a beautiful horse to look at. He's a wonderful jumper, but she does have her work cut out for her now. There is a clear performance. Pignon Katja on top. Leslie elects to go around. Here's the long combination now. In there kind of just slow and easy, but maybe a little too easy. Didn't quite get out over the second vertical. A 4-fault score now. Here's the big vertical, sharp turn, but he evades the turn. He won't make that inside turn. Throwing a little bit of a fit there as Leslie says, listen, we've got a big job here to go to the Barona fence. And again, that big effort over the top forces her to go wide on the turn as the clock keeps ticking away. 4 faults as they come home to the Los Alamitos line.
Leslie, a fairly young rider, really working hard with this one.
A nice young horse. They end with 4 faults, though, and they're down in the time category 48.356 with 4. Let's take a look now as she goes into that long combination. Just a nice effort in, but maybe just a little too casual. She kind of leans out at him a little bit rather than encouraging him to make up that distance. Just clips the rail.
22 years ago, Michael Matz first competed here at the American Gold Cup. This is a face we recognize so instantly, but haven't seen a while here in the show ring, and he is back now on Judgment, an 8-year-old stallion.
And you know that Michael would not present himself or a horse to the Devon show ring with all of the crowd behind him here.
Integrity and pride.
This is Devon. This is Michael Matz. What a wonderful horse. How fun this is to see.
Patient.
Very well. Yes. That's the key to Michael Matz, is patience, and that's why he doesn't bring a horse to this ring, to this kind of class, that isn't ready.
He has won twice. He won in '77 when disco was all the rage.
Oh gosh.
And aboard Grand, and then in 1978 on Jet Run, back-to-back wins.
And Jet Run, most unbelievable horse. I would dare to say that Michael would tell you himself Jet Run was the best horse he ever rode.
Clear so far. Well, Michael Matz joined Farges and Della Gioia.
Oh my, and the way this stallion is jumping, yes he will.
One to go.
Whoa, a little bit long there, but they're clear.
In the fastest time too. Welcome back, Michael Matz to Devon. They love him here, and well they should. And this 8-year young stallion, Judgment is perfect.
Watch the hands of Michael Matz, the master, the king of Devon almost, is Michael Matz. He's got the home crowd team behind him. He has his new stallion, Judgment. Look at the determination, the follow through over the jumps, the kick there, the follow through. Look at his legs, they never move. Really hard press there. You see Judgment's ears go back a bit at Michael's leg, but they're there, through it clear. Beautifully done.